In the deep silence of prehistory, long before maps were drawn, humanity began to forget. The Great Flood had washed the world clean. It was meant to be a lesson that would last forever. Yet memory fades, and the ego of man endures. From the drying mud of the post-flood world, a new civilization began to rise. Between two mighty rivers, black soil, golden wheat, and ambition stretching toward the clouds. Babylon. This was no city of savages. It was a marvel of engineering, the Manhattan of the ancient world. They understood geometry before Pythagoras, mapped the stars before telescopes, and built ziggurats, massive temples of brick and bitumen, stairways reaching to the sky. As towers rose, so did pride. The people stopped looking downward, stopped seeing the soil, the rivers, the humble beginnings of life. Their eyes turned skyward, hungry for supremacy. At the heart of this empire sat a man, not content with being a king, not content with being an emperor. He wanted a title that belongs to no human. He wanted to be God. His name was Namrood. History remembers him as the first tyrant. He understood that control is not taken with swords alone. Hunger is more powerful. He monopolized grain. He built massive granaries, walls of stone filled with the river's harvest, and sat at the gate, eyes scanning the horizon. Picture the scene. Thousands of travelers, fathers with dusty, tired faces, mothers carrying children, their ribs visible beneath thin skin. Days of travel across scorching plains, all for a single sack of wheat. Sand whirled in the wind, reflecting the harsh sun. Dust clung to their feet. Their shadows stretched long across the stone streets of Babylon. They reached the capital, blinded by the palace's gold, intimidated by giant statues of bulls and lions carved in exquisite detail. They faced Nimrod. He asked the question that defined his reign: "Who is your lord?" One by one, they bowed to survive. Their faith traded for bread. Fear became the heaviest idol. Babylon became a graveyard of dignity. But in the house of the chief sculptor, a boy watched. He saw the hands that carved gods from wood, the noses polished, ears shaped, limbs perfected. And he thought, how can this be a god? Yesterday a branch, today a deity. It falls if I push it. It does not speak or provide. While Babylon drowned in arrogance, he sought the truth. He observed, he reflected. Picture him atop a ziggurat under a clear night sky. The city sleeps, the king sleeps, but he is awake. He watches the stars, the moon, the sun. Each rises and sets, yet none is eternal. Each light touches the sand, the rivers, the ziggurats, fading into darkness again. He turns from what is created and speaks to the unseen universe. I am free of what you call gods. I turn to the one who originated the heavens and the earth. Finding the truth is the first step. Declaring it is danger. The city celebrates a grand festival. Streets are empty, temples unguarded, flags flap in the wind, riverboats drift slowly, dust floats lazily in the golden sunlight. A lone figure enters a massive hall. Statues of wood, stone, and gold fill the room. Light streams through cracks in the ceiling, casting long, dramatic shadows. Broken pieces litter the floor. One central statue remains standing amidst the rubble. The figure places a symbol of defiance, a small axe resting across its shoulders. People return. Murmurs ripple through the city. Whispers speak of the youth who dared to challenge the false gods. Curiosity, fear, or every emotion ripples through the crowd. He is brought before the king. The confrontation of the century, a throne of gold above, a calm figure below. Courtiers, generals, nobles, all silent. The only sounds, soft rustle of fabric, the creak of sandals, the distant call of a bird. Did you do this? The courtiers ask. He points to the remaining symbol. Ask it, he replies. If it could speak, it would tell you. A pause. Reflection. Pride trembles for a moment. Arrogance is heavy, but denial clings. Then do you worship what cannot help or harm you? The young voice echoes, firm, unshaken. Namrood challenges, who is this lord you speak of? "The one who gives life and causes change," the figure replies. He does not argue with clever words. He shifts the battlefield from the throne room to the cosmos. "If you control life, move the sun from the west," he says. Silence. Absolute silence. Even the king's arrogance falters. The tyrant resorts to force. Flames rise in the courtyard. Smoke coils skyward. A great pit of fire is prepared, yet the central figure remains untouched, calm, serene amidst the blaze. The fire becomes a garden, a place of peace. Sparks drift slowly like golden fireflies. The walls of the pit glow, but the figure sits in complete serenity. For days, the city watches. The impossible happens. The young figure survives, unharmed, standing amidst the ashes as if from a peaceful rest. The king sees a swarm of insects descend upon his army. Chaos erupts. Soldiers run in panic, shields raised, armor clanking. Pride is humbled. Even the strongest fall before the smallest. Namrood suffers humiliation, trapped by his own arrogance. Years pass. He dies, leaving ruins behind. The streets echo with silence, the granaries stand empty, the towers shadow the sand. The legacy of the young figure endures. Generations remembered courage, logic, and faith. And the lesson is clear: you can build towers, you can hoard gold, you can command armies, but when you fight the truth, you do not just lose, you disappear. The fire of the tyrant dies, but the light of wisdom remains. You are watching Heavenly Tales. Join us next time as we turn the page to another chapter of the unseen.